Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. So this is the next exciting installment of overweight middle-aged women start to go running or something. I can't remember what I called it now. Anyway, whatever it is. So I'm going to start off with a unboxing video. So my FunRunBox has arrived a couple of days ago. May have eaten one of the items already, but find out. And then we're going to go on a run together, and I'm going to tell you what happened in my my 10k that I've been training for recently. So let's do the unboxing first. I actually came in a cute little box this time. The last couple of boxes, as it were, have come in like sort of like padded envelopes, which has been fine, but it's been quite nice to get a box. But it also came, you know, as a massive parcel, and this thing here was stuck, you know, basically on top of the box like this. So you probably worked out what this is already if you know anything about running and exercises that we do. It's these band things. Now I do actually have some of these already. There's a whole load of them here, different colours, and also the handles as well to attach to them. So you can basically, these are all different types of weights, you know, as it were, and then you can attach the handles on, and you can do like exercises and all sorts of stuff. So I do have some of these already, though perhaps not quite so many. And these are all obviously different widths, so they, you know, the resistance that you're going to get from them are going to vary. So, and they do come, as I say, in this cute, well, not it's cute so much, but in this bag. So it's quite cool. I don't know if they're any better quality than the ones I already have, but it's always good to have some extras, and also quite nice to have, you know, in case you know somebody else has begun running and they don't have something like this. You could say, hey, I've got an extra. Don't go around spending your money when, because I don't need to, do I? Anyway, so that's the first thing. Let's have a look, see what's in the actual box itself. These are the things I ate. Very tasty they were too. So these are Fitzels protein pretzels, and they were a mustard flavour. Really, really nice. 20 grams of protein in the pack, I think. Well, I'm not sure about that, but apparently there were 3 servings per pack, so I'm guessing there's quite a lot of protein there. Yeah, 370 calories for the whole thing. I just nibbled through it when I was doing some stuff at work. Very nice though. Really tasty. And I'm going to show you this. This is like a hydration drink. We've had something similar to this before. This is a energy and hydration drink mix with electrolytes, coconut water, some B complex vitamins, and we do have something like this before. I don't think it's quite the same one, but very, very similar. Very useful thing to have. So happy to have another one of those. We have, see, I didn't know this company did energy gels at all, but apparently they do, and this one sounds really, really yummy. It's salted caramel, the usual kind of thing, 100 calories per thing, and I think you have to take water with it, but one of these days I mean, I've got like a whole load of different types of gels, and this is the problem, I suppose, because I was thinking about this the other day. You know, I usually have high five gels, and the reason for that, apart from anything else, they are produced in a company which is in Brighton, which is effectively my hometown in the UK. So there's a bit of a sentimental thing there. But, you know, I should try these. I particularly like salted caramel. I should try it on my run today. I'll tell you a little bit more about my run in a second. So then we have this. This is interesting. It's an electrolyte drink. Sustained endurance, long range electrolyte drink. There's one serving here. fuel electrolytes and hydration, apparently. Lemon and lime flavour, which sounds quite nice. And you mix with 24 ounces of water, 300 calories. And I guess this is something that you do, like say if you're running a marathon or half marathon. I'm training for half marathon at the moment. Again, I should tell you a bit more about that soon. But yeah, quite nice. Something I always use all of these things, apart from maybe the next item, which is this weird shit. So this is lock laces. Now I've heard about these before. I think the chances of me ever being bothered to unlace any of my shoes, regardless of whether they're running shoes or not, and putting these in, are next to zero. However, you never know. I should put them away just in case I need a pair of laces at some point. But, you know, I can see why some people find them useful. We have another little sachet of hydration powder. So put in a drink after you run, or as you're running, I guess. So I don't quite know what's, I guess it's just another type. That they always add several of these. Apparently this is lemon lime flavour again. Is that the same? No, it's not. It's a different make. But anyway. The challenge this month, apparently. Oh, this is a fish magnet thing. The challenge this month apparently is called Strong as a FunRunBox challenge. So basically, it's trying to do your strength and conditioning thing. I do one once a week, in theory, at least. Have a look at my Strava to see quite how often I do it. I don't really like it very much. I always feel as if I'm not really doing it properly. But apparently you can track your progress for the month. Anybody who completes 2 strength training sessions per week for the month will qualify for our grand prize of a $100 gift card from the running store of your choosing. Now, you'll have to excuse me for saying this, but how are they going to check? Do you have to put in your Strava thing? But even then, you can still lie, couldn't you? A bit weird one, that. And do you really have to do 2 weeks? I'm only doing 1 at the moment, and that's quite bad enough. Thank you very much. Anyway. The last thing I'm going to show you is this bar. It's IQ bar chocolate mint chip, 12 grams of plant protein. It's got brain nutrients in it, which is something I clearly need. It's got magnesium, vitamin E, MCTs. What the heck? What are MCTs? I guess I probably should know, but I don't. Does it say? 170 calories per bar. Flavonoids, lion's mane something. What is that? Those mushrooms that people keep going on about, super mushrooms, and make tea and stuff with them. Also fibre and complete protein. I am about to go out for a run quite soon, but I'm also quite hungry, so should I eat this now? I think I should eat this now. My cat's awake. She's about to make a noise very soon. Let's have a look to see what this looks like. I had some porridge earlier. That was a long time ago. Certainly looks like a chocolate bar, but it's got that weird soft consistency you'd expect from one of these types of bars. It's a nice flavour to it. Almost reminds me of an After 8 mint. So if you don't know what an After 8 mint is, and it's something that quite often do in the UK after like a huge meal, like say Christmas or something. and these tiny little chocolate flavoured candies come out with with peppermint fondant in the middle. It's meant to be very good for your digestion after eating your own body weight in food. And that's pretty much what this tastes like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue eating this, and then I'm going to go out for my run. I have to be a bit careful because one of my quads is shouting at me a little bit, not hugely, but a little bit. I think that's going to be a bit annoying. So I am now training for a half marathon. Well, actually for a marathon, but the marathon's not until April, and the half is about March, I think. So, you know, I use Runner as my training companion, and the marathon's too far away for me to schedule training there. So I've scheduled a half for now. So the two runs are the Berlin half marathon, not the Berlin half marathon, no. The Brighton half marathon and the Brighton marathon. I have also put my hat in the ring for the Berlin marathon this time next year. You know how difficult these majors are to get into, so we'll have to wait and see about that. Anyway, I'm about to eat the rest of this, and I'll just see you out there. Right. Hello again. So now currently running. And come to the very rapid conclusion at 8 kilometres it isn't going to be achievable today, because my quad is not bad, but it's not good either. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do basically half that, with the hope that at least, I feel as if I've done something with my Sunday in terms of running, and I won't have done anything really bad to it. So I'm running really slowly. Actually, in my ears right now I've got some running music, which apparently is meant to help you improve your cadence. So from what I understand, a cadence, it's how many strides or how many steps per minute or something. And of course, the more steps you do, the faster you're going to run. It also looks like it's going to rain soon. This is why I've got this ridiculous jacket on. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this short, because I'm going to regret it if I don't. I mean, it's middle of October and my half marathon's not until March, so plenty of time. But I also feel as if I should do something. I noticed this yesterday a little bit when I was doing the park run, and I did the slowest park run I've done for quite some time. It was 41, and I'm normally easily, like 38, 39. So that's a kilometre one. In theory, I have a 10 kilometres coming up next weekend. And this is like, I'll tell you now, it's a bit of a cautionary tale. So there's a running thing coming up next weekend around a lake near here in Berlin. And, a bit windy. And one of my work colleagues has suddenly got quite excited about running, quite right too, But she found this half marathon thing. And she goes, you've got to do this together. You're going to make a pact. We'll do this together. And I thought, yeah, why not? No problem with that. So I didn't really take much notice of the date. You know, it's like 4 weeks after my 10k. I'll tell you about that in a moment too. Which is, you know, you've got to build up to these distances, you know, you can't just fucking run them. Anyway, so I thought, yeah, so I went to the runner app and I said, look, I've got my 10k coming up, but by a moment of insanity I've decided to go for this half. Excuse me, wind's making my eyes water. And I go, oh yeah, you can do it. And then we did this, she and I, my colleague and I, we went to a place last week, and it's around the lake, and it's a really lovely run. It's like half trail, half road type thing. And we thought, okay, we'll do a run, we'll navigate it, we will do 11k. And I thought, no, I think initially it was meant to be an 8k run, which would have worked well with my long run at the weekend, right? So I thought, yeah, you can do that. That sounds fantastic. And anyway, we relied on an app called Commute, and just when we thought we're going to the end of it, we realised that Commute fucked it up, and it was assuming that at some point we were going to be able to run on water, actually run on the lake. And then we quickly realised that, to our dismay, the easiest way to get back was to run the way we came, bearing in mind that we had already run 7 kilometres at this point. So ended up running 14 on terrain that I'm not really that used to yet. I'm quite stiff for several days. And then what happened after that? On Thursday, so I thought I'm going to give my legs a bit of a rest, because that's a little bit more than my body was expecting. I did an interval session, which I usually quite like. So I thought, it's the usual, 300-400 metre sprints, have a bit of a rest, have another 300-400 metre sprints, go home. And so I did that on Thursday, and that seemed to go well. But yesterday, just before I started the park run, I noticed that my right quad didn't feel right. Well, actually I thought it was my groin, and I thought, this isn't actually very comfortable, and I almost pulled out then, but it's park run and I'd already started. So I thought, let's get going, and I did it. But I did suffer a bit, and it was a good 2 to 3 minutes slower than what I'd normally expect my park runs to be now. And I thought, okay, well, I've done it, I'll stretch it out at home, it'll be fine. But it's not fine, it's not agony by any stretch of the imagination. So whatever I've done to it, I expect it's just a bit of a mild strain, because I was forcing my body to do distance simply hadn't been acclimatised to yet. I mean, don't forget, my last training block has been for 10k, so my body, and also not only that, but that was kind of disrupted a little bit, because towards the end, when the really long runs were about to happen, I got shingles, which screwed up my plans for a couple of weeks, as you can imagine. You know, and since then, you know, I've had a bit of problem, you know, in terms of like having to stop mid-run, have a bit of a breather, and I did do that in the 10k. You know, so I think all in all, at the moment, it's a bit of a struggle for me. I'm not quite 2k yet, I don't think. Let me have a look. No. 30 metres. 300 kilometres. 30 metres, honestly. No, 300 metres and it'll be 2k. Then I'm heading back. Because I did feel as if I needed to run. I'm not doing. Well, let's see how it goes. I'll run back. Now I feel as if I can run a little bit further, and I will, but I don't want to push it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's stupid. I don't want to end up like laid up for months because I was fucking stupid and didn't stop. So actually I'm going to definitely restrict myself to the 4k and that's it. And it's, but anyway, so my body hasn't really, certainly not at half marathon level at all, and you know, and I got this got runner who's going to sort me out, get me to the half marathon, yeah, but I think with running so much in that one session with varying terrain that I'm not used to, I thought that was a bit of a mistake, and I think my quad is now telling me how much of a mistake that actually is. Or it could have just been I trenched it in the interval sessions, but I didn't feel like I had. I mean, that actually went quite well. So, you know, I do like the interval runs, and I did feel as if that went okay. So I did feel that was okay, but no, I've done something. So what I'm going to do is, when I've done this 4 kilometres, I'm going back and have a bit of a bath, and I think I might go on Amazon and see if I can find a thigh compression bandage, because I suspect that is what I need, a compression bandage for a while, you know. And I do every now and then have a knee problem. There's 2, I'm going back. See how long it's taken me to run 2 kilometres. My stomach on this, you're not doing very well, are you? Well, no. But anyway, yeah, so I do have a knee issue. So I bought a bandage, and that works for whenever my knee hurts a bit. So I think I'm going to do similarly here, and I'm going to do similarly here. I'm going to buy a compression bandage and then run on that next week. Hopefully I'll be okay for. So as regards to that half marathon, what I did, because it also became very clear to me that after that session the half was not a good idea, and I was never going to make the cut-off, because there's actually I think the cut-off is 3 hours, which is just on the cusp of what I might be able to manage at the moment. I mean, I'm hoping by the time the Brighton Marathon comes, I'll be like 2.5 hours, that's the target. I'm working towards a runner 2.5. I'm definitely not there at the moment by any stretch. So yeah, so I actually emailed them. I emailed the organisers, said look, in a moment of insanity, I went for this half marathon and I come to the realisation this is not a good idea. Can I change to the 10k? Because at the time I thought, if I've just done the 10k, surely to God I could do another one. There was a lady I was approaching and she looked a bit funny. Anyway, well, she looked at me funny rather. I'm sure she's fine. So anyway, so I emailed the organisers and said, I'm not going to make the 3-hour cut-off. Not going to happen. Can you re-register for me for the 10k instead? I don't mind that I've paid €10 extra. I'd rather just still have a run, still enjoy it, but a run that I'm realistically going to finish. And they goes, yeah, it's fine. So I got that yesterday. It's great. I just hope that I'm now able to do it. And I think the best way to do this is to look after my quad now. Curtail this long run. Rest up for a couple of days. Do my interval training at some point during the week and see how it goes. Quite a nice bit of, I mean, it's quite gusty. You might hear a bit of wind, for which I apologise if you're watching this. Anyway, I'll be back soon. Right, so as it turns out, I don't have a second portion of the run because when I checked through the footage, for some very, very strange reason, it was going on double speed with no sound, and I have no idea what happened. Clearly pressed a few odd buttons. Anyway, so instead of that, I thought I would finish off this very unexciting video with a picture of the Strava. So this is the run. So you can see what I've done here. Pretty slow pace, as you can see. Just over 4 kilometers here. This is me waffling on about it not being my groin, because I thought it was my groin initially and it turned out to be my quad. Very exciting. And this is the actual run itself. So since then I have gone for another run, a 6 kilometer easy run. I did that today. The quad is now feeling better. Still hurting a bit, I should point out, but it is feeling better. So I am hopeful that I'll be able to do the 10k I was going on about in my, my run. However, I haven't quite decided yet. I have a progressive run, or whatever the heck they call it, on Friday. So I'm going to make my final decision then as regards to whether I'm going to go for the 10k. Not going to be recording 10k. I don't understand how these influencers go around when they do their racing and that with a GoPro. Apart from looking a bit manky, one would suggest. I'm far too busy concentrating on the run to worry about filming it. Maybe one day I'll be a little bit more skilled and I will be able to film a run. I'm not at that stage yet, I should point out, so you're just looking at this boring crap instead. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know, and if you've got any questions, ask me. Not that I'm likely to know the answer, but If you do have any questions, let me know. And I'll be back soon with another exciting installment of running or unboxing or whatever. Okay, have fun.